Welcome back. What's going on, guys? It's Big Nugget. If you're new here, I live and travel full-time out of my van. You can kind of see it in the rear view, but we're in the cockpit. This is the living situation. Anyway, I live and travel out of here full-time, and today we're gonna be doing I like a little 5-mile hike. And now this is kind of a recovery hike, low-key. I haven't done a hike since Emma, and really going hiking with her kind of wore me out a little bit after the fact. So been recovering. So we're gonna go do a little 5-mile hike, and today I'm on the west coast of Oregon, over here on like the Cape area. Let me see, Cape Mears. It's supposed to be a good little scenic spot, kind of like a little cliff or a ledge that goes out all the way, or extends, not all the way, but extends out into the water a good little bit, with like 400 feet cliffs on the side. So we're gonna be doing that hike today, and I know I've been MIA a little longer than usual, so I'll save the update for the end of this video. So if you want to know what's been going on and maybe some possible ideas for the future, question mark, just make sure you stick around. But man, it's so gorgeous out here, and without further ado, I kind of want to get over here to this hike. I am excited about it, and I am like a big hike junkie now, apparently. So let's go get into it. So this right here is the West Coast, and this is only the second time I've ever seen the West Coast in real life. And man, it looks absolutely stunning out here. Hey, this little area we're coming in right now, I was actually trying to record yesterday, but I missed it. But this is like the most Vanlife hippie vibe city kind of area I feel like I've ever been through. Like, this just says Vanlife hippie back in the day, 60s, 70s. All right, y'all. We're all geared up. This is like a 4.7, like, you know, right under 5 miles, so I'm just calling it 5. But technically it's like 4.7 something. And we're about to hit our hike, man. Super excited. We're geared up at the Camelback. Here we go. Man, there's nothing comparable to this rainforest kind of situation, man. Look at that. This is just majestic. This is stuff I just don't know if the camera does justice to, but like, let's just take a little second and try to give you all like a POV. It just feels like a fairy tale, man. Man, this stuff like actually makes me so happy inside. Just look at that. Now y'all can't tell, but past these trees, it's just all Pacific Ocean. And you can kind of see the coast down here where the water's breaking. It's a little foamy. And this is how we're walking it. Phenomenal, man. Well, I've got a new item on my carry list. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show y'all. It's this little straw right here, which is called a life straw. And pull it out some more. And basically what this does is allows you to drink water from any unfiltered or unclean source. You just gotta like prime it for like 20 seconds. It's a method that I won't get into because it's unnecessary, but you're able to drink water from any source and it filters it for you and takes care of E. coli, bacteria, supposedly even cleans the taste. Apart from that, I did talk to Emma and she was saying I'm probably averaging like a, what was it? 2 liters per 5 miles. So I just kind of took that in consideration with kind of figuring out how much water to take on certain trips. Now, even though I don't plan on having water access on this particular hike, I just brought it because I'm gonna bring it every time anyway. So I just kind of wanted like those permanent items in my bag now. And I've got 2 liters of water. That's what this the bladder and this Camelback's able to hold. I bought me a little hike snack, which is like that bumblebee chicken salad or something. I think I brought salmon with me today. It's like a little salmon dip with the cracker. And what else I got in there? GoPro batteries, some off spray, and my bear spray. There's more stuff I like to pack, but for now, that's what we got. And since this is a simpler kind of hike, didn't really need too much. Just wanted to have some water, and it's pretty chilly out here, so you know, you sweat a little less. But yeah, that's just a little, you know, to go over my little pack out for now. And yeah, nah, since Emma, man, my second toe, my toes, both on both feet, the toes next to my big toe, both my toenails turned black, and my knee started hurting. And I had intentions of doing a 10 mile for the next, but since my knee was hurting, I just want to take it easy and do a little something simple. Man, look at that. I just gotta remember when I was with Emma, I wanted to take a picture of everything we came across that looked cool. And right now, I'm just kind of reminding myself of times where she'd be like, dude, that's not even the cool part yet. But man, it's beautiful, dude. Look at that. Dude, I love, man, this is my favorite terrain I've ever been in. Man, just look at this. West Coast, man. Alright, so y'all know I'm trying to apply all the new things I learned. And I remember, okay, first of all, I could tell with the leaves that these aren't huckleberries, but I remember Emma saw one of these and she was like, it's not a huckleberry. I'm like, how you know? And she was like, because it punctures through the bottom right here. So these, no good. But I am on the prowl for some huckleberries because I have a newfound interest in huckleberries ever since the hike. And here we got some ferns, dying and alive throughout the whole life cycle process. And for any of y'all moms out there, I actually learned about these from my mom. These are some elephant ears, and they're just a cool little decorative species of plant. It looks really neat. And then right here, look, this right here is supposed to be a thimblebush plant, and these are pretty, they got a distinctive flower, but Emma also said there was a closely related cousin, and they have spikes underneath the bottom. But anyway, this one's not spiky, and you could usually tell by its like fuzzy kind of texture. And this is where some thimbleberries used to be, but they're out of season now, mid-September, so I guess we're not gonna see them till next year. And now that I'm out here hiking by myself, doing some solo action, y'all probably like, man, how you know where to go, how you know the path, how to even get to the path. Well, I'm glad you didn't ask, because I use this app called All Trails. Let me flip it this way, and pretty much it shows you all the hiking trails in the area, pretty much everything you need to see, and they kind of calculate an average of different people that do the hike, and that's how they get like the time estimate, the distance estimate, which I've come to learn can sometimes be inaccurate sometimes. And right now we are clocking my time and my distance, and I've only done, well, I've almost did a mile already. And since this is a 4.7 mile out and back, not a loop, it means we're gonna go out about 2.5 miles, right under 2.5, and then we're gonna walk back the other 2.5. So it's just a go out and come back, and that just allows me to kind of have access to the trail, know where I'm at, and not get lost. And it's not a sponsored video or anything, but I just want to let y'all know, like, because if I was out here without it, I would be a little more concerned, low key, just because I'm by myself in an unfamiliar territory. But all trails definitely brings some peace of mind. And I'll probably go ahead and insert like some kind of visual right here, so you can get like a exterior shot of this little mountain, I guess, whatever. I don't even know what it's called, but this little piece I'm on. And actually, just a little fun fact, this ledge or shelf or land that we're walking out onto the water actually it came from some volcano. I'm not too familiar with the volcano or the history, but a long time ago, volcano erupted and it pushed all the way out, and I guess it dried up, and then here we are. It gives us a nice stretch of land to walk across that's been grown up in this nice, beautiful forestry and hooks out over the coast. So it's pretty dope and super beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I think the closest way to do any kind of justification to hiking terrain would be using a 360 camera, because I'm gonna try to show y'all as much as I can, but I said it once, I'll say it every time. It just will never do it the justice it deserves. Like, look right here. It's like a magical little walkway. And that may look super freaking cool on TV or on the screen or through the camera, but in person, man, it feels nice and kind of narrow, like you're tucked away kind of in here, and it's super enchanting. It's really cool under this canopy, and I think that's why I'm a big fan of like the rainforest kind of terrain. But man, whew, I'll do the best I can to show y'all what I see. Also, going in, we're not really facing any elevation gain. A lot of it's downhill, but something I have come to learn is where there's downhill, you'll have just as much uphill. Not in every situation, but we are on the downhill stretch right now, which is pretty comfortable. It doesn't require much effort, but considering my left knee kind of hurts a little bit, it is putting that it is kind of knocking on it. So coming up, it's gonna require a little more effort, but it's also gonna give my knee a break. So it's kind of, you know, it's all fair. Look, the little bird. It's just beautiful, man. It's just crazy and beautiful. Beautiful or what? Yeah. Yo, have a good one. First battery down, and you gotta check it out. Woo! Man, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll let y'all look at it while I pull up the stats. We're 1.43 miles in, and we've only done 150 feet of elevation gain, and we are at the 41-minute, 52-second and counting mark, which isn't too great of a pace or a time. But like I said, I've been taking it easy. I've been doing some recording, been doing some admiring. You can't hike and not admire. We don't have much longer left to get there. But man, this is awesome. This is the best, I think it's the best form of exercise I've ever done in my life, as far as like enjoyment, you know. And Beautiful. Look at this. Use my hand right here. A little cheat. Let's shoot the tunnel. Super gushy and kind of moist. I've been dealing with some mud today, but nothing too crazy. Hey, look at that drop. 400 feet. Dang. Now, line has a very intimidating slope. Whew. You know I'm heavy, so I'm falling fast. All right, so right now we are 2.2 miles in, which means we've got 0.15 miles left, which is just a little over 1/10 of a mile. And it really hasn't been too bad for real. And then this is kind of the view right now. But we almost there. And so far, I haven't drinking any water yet. Not that I couldn't use some, but just to kind of help you gauge the difficulty. Now look at that. Remarkable. Coming in. Another more non-huckleberries. I really wish they were though, because some huckleberries are really good. Well guys, We made it. And it looks pretty freaking beautiful up here. And 2.5 miles on the way in, so it actually is a 5-mile hike. And it looks incredible up here. And now that we made it, we can celebrate with our trail snack, which is some salmon salad and crackers. Yay! I've never had this before. Not the salmon one. So we're about to see what it's hitting on. Pretty glamorous, if you ask me. We got some crackers. We got some salmon salad. And it comes with a little micro spoon for us to wafe it over onto our cracker. Cracker on deck. Salmon salad. That's what we look like some orange chicken salad. Smells pretty good. I don't know how we all can see that. Boom. Nice, delicious survival food. Alright, let's see how it tastes. Get on that cracker. Put that on the cracker, dude. Alright, mash it on in there. That is way better than I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting this one to taste terrible. But when I went in there, I was going to grab 3. And they had 3 different flavors that was on sale. And this one, chipotle chicken and barbecue chicken. I was like, let me try out the salmon. And it actually tastes really good. Like, I would definitely get that one again. Going in for dip number 2. Usually I run out of crackers before I run out of this stuff, so I'm trying to load it down pretty healthily. Pretty good. Actually really good. Pretty impressed. And I don't even like salmon for real. I'm usually not a fan of red fish, but man, this is awesome. I guess we'll go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity and hydrate. Nice and cold right there. Man, that was good. Let's go check out that view a little more. All right, well, I guess we're gonna say goodbye to our beautiful peak here. It's been a blast. Now to head back in. Whew. I think we're gonna endure all our elevation gain pretty much on the way back. It says we've done about 200, a little over 200 feet of elevation gain on the way in. So if we have 600 to do on the way out, then I mean, you know, we're not looking at too much. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the van. This is exactly every reason why I was looking forward and why I've been wanting to get to the PNW so bad all year. And we haven't even caught it in my favorite seasons yet, which is gonna be fall and winter. And I couldn't be more excited to see all the fall foliage that we get up here. What's up, y'all? Huh? Oh yeah, bro, you pretty much there already now. completion. 5 miles, 2.5 in, 2.5 out. Back at the starting point. Well, let's go ahead and get to the van and celebrate. All right, guys. Good morning. It's a new day, and after yesterday, my knee pretty much was like out for the count. So I was like, all right. I just found this little spot I'm at, which is it's a pull-off spot over here, right off the coast. Pretty nice, pretty chill. I'm the only person here, and yeah, now my knee was in a lot of pain, so I just was kicked back, let it rest. I took some ibuprofen this morning, see if it'll kind of help with some inflammation. But I think in the next couple of days I'm gonna hit the VA and just get it checked out, just to see what we talking, like how severe it is, because I don't wanna keep pushing myself and end up injuring myself. So that's pretty much that. This morning, I'm about to cook up a little breakfast. I got some stuff to put together, kind of like a little, almost a kind of chilaquiles kind of ordeal, but not really. So I mean, I'm just gonna do some eggs, some salsa verde, some rotel, and it's just a little something, kind of a little flavorful thing to put together that seemed like it'll taste pretty good this morning. So let's go ahead and put that together, and this will be my first time standing on my knee. I was kind of fighting it all night. So we'll see how it's looking now that the ibuprofen done kicked in, and get the breakfast put together. All right, so I got my pan, my plate. Now let me kind of fish out the cooktop. Now we've got our dual burner propane stove. Found the can opener. Now let's go ahead and grab our eggs out. Got a pineapple I'm gonna cut up at some point, probably today or tomorrow. Grab our eggs. And I think all I'm missing now is the tortillas. Go ahead and hook up our propane. Voila, and just like that, hooked up. So I'm gonna coat the pan nice and good. I'm gonna try to do some sunny side up eggs, just regular fried eggs. Typically I don't do that, so I'm gonna make sure we butter this pan enough to where we can kind of help out our sticking situation. Fingers crossed though. And I'm feeling a little hungry, so we're gonna go 3 eggs, and then cook us up some tortillas. I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit first. These should be about ready soon. Go ahead and get them ready to slide onto the plate. Well, you know what? It still got a little more juice. I'm trying to get it so slightly more dry. All right, I think that'll be good enough for me. I'll let y'all get a little first hand of the slide. Ooh, look at that. That's that breakfast potion right there. Now, let's go ahead and get us some tortillas. Throw it up on that heat. You know, you ain't cooking tortillas if you don't flip them with your hand. That's how it's done right there. Only way, really. A little tortilla flip. I gotta get a more aesthetically pleasing one. Hold up. Ah, there we go. That's how you get that right there. All right, we'll go ahead and call that one good. Slap it on the plate. Get us another one loaded up. Hashtag max ammo. Two tortillas down. Now, let's kill the fire and let's dress up our breakfast. And for that, we've got this salsa verde. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of that on there. This is like one of my favorite. I don't even know if it's all Hispanic or just Mexican, but personally, I'm a huge fan of that green salsa, man. Slap it on the top like that. And we'll top it off with some Valentina. Now I know the brightness might not be the best in here, or the lighting. So I'm gonna cut my phone flash on. And oh yeah. Let y'all see the finished product. Here we go. We've got our 3 eggs, kind of sunny side up, cooked together, 2 tortillas, and it looks like a good time. I'm not gonna lie. It smells incredible, honestly. But that don't mean nothing if it don't taste good. So let's see how it tastes. Get that propped up. Where my spoon at? Man. Let's get a good little bite of everything we got to offer here. I'll do a little bit of that egg combo. That right there is the craving I've been craving. That's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off and kind of clean up, and I'll be right back. What's up, guys? Well, it's kind of been a while, low key, a little bit. I hope the audio is fine from back there, but yeah, I guess this is where I'll get the update on kind of what's been going on, some kind of ideas I have, and I guess just kind of put it out there, and then if you want to provide feedback, cool, that's fine. Nothing's really certain yet, but it's just kind of what I've been thinking about lately. And I want to start by my 25th birthday just passed, so I'm officially a quarter century, and it feels kind of cool. I spent some time to kind of just reflect on a lot of things, on a various amount of things, and it's been pretty fun. It's been time well spent, time necessary, and for anybody that doesn't know, this whole van life kind of ordeal is me trying to, I guess, find my personal way, my own way, which is pretty typical in people that do van life or have some kind of significant lifestyle change. So this has kind of been my way of doing all that. So, I've been reading the Word, I've been in the Scripture, reading the Bible. I've been working on my relationship with God. I've been working on my relationship with myself, and really figuring out like who I want to be as a person and what kind of impact I want to have or not have, either one. And with all that being said, kind of been searching for like purpose or I guess what it is we are here to do, what the purpose of life is. And I kind of been coming up and slowly transforming into the idea and belief that we're really all here to spread love and selfless serve each other. So I kind of been on my own journey to figure out how I could like optimize that in my own life and what I can do to just do what I'm supposed to do. So that's been its own journey that's been going on for quite some time, and I just really kind of been diving deeper in it since I started van life in January. And you know, man, like it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy watching my own transformation. I'm sure if you're here and you go back and watch a video from like I don't know 6 months ago, 7 months ago, to like where we're at now, it's just it's pretty incredible. And I gotta say, even the internal feeling of the change and the metamorphosis I've been going through feels pretty incredible as well. So anyway, I've been trying to figure out what it is that's important to do, and I've been laying there for quite some time, just kind of hanging out in the van, and I'm like, man, what could I do, man, to just I guess go more in the direction of path that we're supposed to go. And although I'm not still 100% sure, and it's still a work in progress, I did come across this guy named Joe on YouTube, and what he does is he lives in like North Carolina, Appalachia, and he's like 80 years old, man, and he has all this super knowledge on like growing fruits and vegetables and living off the land. And his belief was Gaia, which was pretty much like Mother Nature of the universe, and he studied anthropology, which all that stuff's cool, and I found a lot of interest in it, and he had a lot of wisdom. So he actually had this program where you can apply to go live with him throughout the summer. So I applied to go live with him, and you pretty much go over there and you learn all this cool stuff, like living off land and just being like a self-sustaining community, And then I'm gonna let this car pass too. Anyway, from there he had mentioned something about the Peace Corps, and I'm not really familiar with the Peace Corps, but I looked into it, and I'm just gonna keep pausing when they come, just because. But I looked into the Peace Corps, and I saw that pretty much um, it's a good direction for what I feel like I'm trying to do. I feel like I would be a good match for it, a good candidate to do something like that. So anyway, long story short, I applied to go live with Joe, and I also applied to the Peace Corps. Now, the next day, I actually found out that Joe had passed away, and this video that I saw of him inviting people was like a year old, and they say he passed away like 3 months afterwards. So I was like, well, I guess that might not be too much into the possibilities. Another car. But I'm like, we still got the Peace Corps, and I signed up. I put in my references. If I do end up going, I will know by December of this year, and they'll be sending me to Vanuatu, I believe is the island. It's an island right outside of Australia, and you go serve over there. I'm not 100% sure on the time length yet. I've heard mixed things on the internet. It's either anywhere from like 6 to 12 months assignments, or it's like a 2-year program. And you're pretty much, I guess you're in like in a different country for that amount of time. Like I said, not 100%, like not too familiar. So I got some questions to ask for sure. So by the end of this year, I'll know whether or not that I'll be going out there. And also, I do have a alternative. And I don't exactly know if this will work out this upcoming year, but I'm gonna plan for it. I'm gonna train for it like it's a possibility. There's also these hikes. They're known as through hikes. And I think there's 3 in America. There could be more, I'm not 100% sure. But you have your Pacific Crest Trail, which runs from the border of Mexico to Canada. You have the Appalachian Trail, which runs from North Georgia all the way up to Maine. And in the Appalachian Trail, you're just covering the distance from the entire Appalachian Mountains. And they also have the Continental Divide Trail. Now, I don't exactly remember where that one runs, but if I had to imagine, well, I don't even want to try to guess. I don't even want to try to be wrong. But those are like the 3 main ones. And I really been enjoying being out here in van life and what I've been kind of taking away from it and what I've been learning. And it's just, man, and stepping back from society, I've really got a lot more clear understanding of what's important in life, figuring out your priorities, like what really matters at the end of the day. And I mean, that could be its own video, as far as some insight or things that I've learned or thought about since I've been doing van life. But one of them is, even though I'm out here and I'm seeing absolutely gorgeous, stunning places, at the end of the day, it is cool. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes when you're out here by yourself, it just reminds you that really the world's meant to be shared, and all the chaos that we may find ourselves in sometime, man. There's a beauty in the balance of just how life performs. So that's kind of something I've been sitting on, thinking on, that me out here just kind of exploring by myself. Not only is it lonely at times, but it's for me. I mean, I could bear it, but also it's like there's really no purpose. You know what I mean? And I just been kind of taking this whole van life experience for what it is, and it's been a very transformational chapter or period for me that I really appreciate. And I don't think it requires anybody to do van life. I think everybody could have their own little lane that would help them achieve the same like thought process and appreciation. But this has really been it's been a nice step back, and I've never I never cared less what people think than now. I mean, it's just so many things that I felt were important before. I just learned like how unimportant it really is. And being out here, traveling across America, being in the nature, or being in nature, it's really there's a different kind of beauty to it that I really can't explain. And I feel like we would all, as humans, would appreciate the beauty of connecting with nature and the world that we live in. And it's just awesome. It's just really awesome. So with that, that's kind of where the whole, I guess, inspiration for doing a through hike comes from. Because I'm like, it's not necessarily about it being a 2,200-mile backpacking trip. It's about, it's kind of like the whole concept of enjoying the journey of something, just of any kind. And I also don't think it requires anybody to do that amount of hiking or back. I don't think it takes something that extreme necessarily to appreciate things for what they are. But to me, it's fun, and I'll let them pass. To me, it seems fun. I keep coming. To me, it seems fun and interesting. And just with the things I've taken away and the short amount of time I've been doing van life, it just leads me to believe if I can, if I can, like, let me see, if who I am, I feel like in my heart, can change as much as it did, and the amount of time it did doing something like van life, I can only imagine how transformational something like hiking 2,200 miles across America would do. And when you're focused on what's important, you're focused on your survival, rather than being caught up in all this stuff that really doesn't matter, man. So I just kind of wanted to let you know where the inspiration came from, and yeah, that's kind of been what's going on. So I turned 25, um, and then also kind of to piggyback on it a little bit, another car. Also to kind of piggyback on it a little bit, when I turned 24, that was September 6th last year. So September 6th this year, I turned 25. But September 7th last year, I just turned 24. The next day, I decided I was going to do van life. And I'm like, all right. And now this year, I turned 25. And I'm like, I kind of, wouldn't mind exploring another direction now. So, these cars are kind of passing through right now. So I'm like, plus with just kind of how things have naturally evolved and worked out, and I guess the maturing of my mind and the aging of my mind and this natural process, man, it's kind of led me to these different thought processes that got me, I guess where we're at now, talking about hiking or doing Peace Corps. And yeah, I don't know. It seemed like, and I also had mentioned something before, not on here, but I had mentioned it before to somebody I was talking to, about how maybe my channel could be a kind of seasonal channel, question mark, possibly, I don't know, to where Maybe 1 year we'll be doing this. Next year we'll be doing this. But ultimately, I like to think that the whole takeaway from my channel overall isn't just about van life, or it isn't just about exploring new places. You know, I kind of pride myself in thinking that the takeaway from my channel is realism and just kind of life at its core, and more than just like entertainment. You know, rather a maybe like a documented experience of, you know, what life could look like through, I mean, for y'all, through my perspective, or what it would look like through my perspective. So and you know, life's always changing. Life's always changing. We're always evolving. So I feel like if what I'm trying to provide to a YouTube channel is realism, a reality of life, then naturally, maybe I would do like seasons of what's happening in at different portions of my life. And so I don't know. It's just something to think about. Something I've been thinking about. Some food for thought. Neither here nor there necessarily. But that's kind of what's been going on. I was in Salem, Oregon, like a couple days before my birthday. Somehow, some way, somebody got in here and they took my hygiene bag and they took my drone. And I kind of felt bad because man, Hootie gifted me the drone. He hooked me up when I was in Houston, and I don't know. I didn't really. I felt bad in that aspect. However, like I said, I've been really heavy into the scripture, and you know, in Matthew they talk about how, you know, don't build up your treasures on earth, where it says something right before this, but then it's like where thieves can steal, but rather build up your treasures in heaven, where no one can take it away from you. I'm paraphrasing, but it's in Matthew for sure. And you know, it just, you know, stuff like that, man. It gives me time. It allows me to reflect on scripture. It allows me to apply it to my life, and it allows me to make a change within myself, within my heart. And ultimately, it was if you've been here long enough, you know I'm going to take the positive away in most of the situations I face, and that's kind of the positive I took away from that. You know, my heart was redirected, or it's just something I've been challenging myself to do. What the Bible tells me we're commanded to do, and so, you know, that's just kind of some more practice, in a sense. So anyway, they got my hygiene bag, they got the drone, and yeah, it's kind of been sucking without the hygiene bag. I've been getting equipment, I've been getting stuff back piece by piece. So far, I got a new comb, I got some more clippers, I got some beard oil. I've been getting them like one piece every like week or a few days. But it's been cool, man. It's really no sweat. There's no biggie. I got a different kind of piece that, you know, it doesn't matter. My piece is within. So if somebody came and stole the whole van, like, it wouldn't deter my happiness or my peace or like where my heart's at. I would still feel great. And honestly, it's funny because I would always say, man, if somebody came steal the van, I'm just gonna get to walking. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's gonna stop me. I mean, you can't stop life, you know. So nothing's gonna stop me from pursuing or moving forward. And if they did steal the van, hey, I'm just saying, it would naturally allow me to pursue the backpacking. So in its own way, it's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, I just been doing a lot of reflecting, and I'm putting this at the end of the video so that way people who've been here would more so, I guess, care about the stuff I'm talking about now, if you made it this far, rather than just putting it out there at the front and then whatever. But I don't know. I guess I say all that to say, I'm not exactly sure what the future holds, but as of right now, I've got a couple ideas. One is the Peace Corps, and I'll be going to that island. So I'm waiting to see how that goes. Also, in the meantime, between time, I'm going to be prepping to do this Appalachian Trail. But here's the kind of the catch-22, is that it starts in March/April. Sometime around there is where people typically start. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to. I would really like to go with somebody, just because I feel like there'll be a lot of benefits out of having some kind of partner with you, period. Motivation-wise, safety-wise. I mean, you're going across the country. And considering the time frame, I'm not sure how that exactly will work out. That's one variable. Two, I need to prepare and get in shape, which means I'm going to have to start doing a lot of hiking right now, if this is something that I plan on doing. And that's pretty much it, really. However, I don't know what and option 3 is we could be doing none of these next year. I mean, there's just no telling. I've had so many ideas, and if I just share every idea I've ever had, it would just kind of sound scatterbrained. So I try to limit it to the things that seem important or / realistic at this time. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Oh, and maybe an example of just an idea that I don't exactly know how, is kind of like more teeter-tottery as an idea. It would be like homesteading or bushcrafting, which is basically getting some land and like surviving on it with trees and natural resources. And like that's more toward the bushcraft. It's more like survival style, but then the homesteading is more like farming and gardening and like livestock kind of. So, but that's been an idea I haven't really, I kind of been fence straddling. So, but a collection of all these thoughts has kind of led me to, I guess, or influenced how I'm trying to move forward now. And I got something in my water. I don't know if it's a bug or what. I don't know. I don't want to drink it. I know that. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's on my channel, I feel like, at least I try to put out there, man, there's way more to this than just YouTube. There's way more to it than entertaining. I mean, this is real life, And I don't try to make it anything it's not, which is reality. And some things, like maybe my van getting broken into, is things that I don't necessarily want to share, but it's the reality of it. So with all that being said, what can we take away, or what is the takeaway? We're still doing van life for now. So if you are looking forward to the van life content, don't worry. We're still gonna have plenty throughout the rest of the year for sure. Considering I kind of live every day in its own self and try not to look too far in the future. Kind of like, even though I got this stuff for the springtime, kind of either we're gonna do Appalachian Trail or Peace Corps kind of situation. It's just kind of like my direction, but I'm not living focused on that. I'm living for what's happening today, and we're just gonna shoot for that area, and in time we'll just see how it kind of plays out. But like I said, still plenty more van life content to come. I'm really enjoying the PNW. It's super beautiful out here, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the hike yesterday. What was it? The Cape Lookout. It was a good little hike. It was a good hike, and I'm really happy that ibuprofen is doing some good work on my knee, because I was a little worried. Well, either way, I just kind of want to come on and explain what's been going on, what my thought process is. And on top of all that, I think it'll be cool either way for me to be able to look back and kind of see what I was thinking about at this time, kind of like a little personal reference. And that's about it, guys. Well, guys, I guess if you made it to the end, you already know what's to come. And just to give you all a little kind of swing around where I'm parked at in camp for the night. It's just a little road pull-off spot over here on the coast. Coast of Oregon, by like the Cape Lookout area. It's pretty nice. Felt pretty good last night. But I guess we'll go ahead and end it right here, man. And like I said, there's plenty more to come. So I know everybody's kind of been waiting, so that's why I wanted to provide slightly more in-depth like breakdown of what's been happening. But yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. If you're new, welcome to the family. As always, man, this is Big Nugget, and I'm out.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rapper pack Mr. Magic Molly Mall.